92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I don't know if anybody's ever had this experience before, but you go out on a date and you think you had a great time, and then you hang out with your friends later and tell them all about it, and they go, she's not going to call you back.
Whoa, what?
Because they think that you did something wrong. Well, apparently that happened to Trevor, who's on the phone right now to do a second date update. His friends informed him that he might have screwed up on his date, and he didn't realize it until he was talking to them. What's up, Trevor? How are you?
Hey, doing well. How are you guys?
Not too bad. Probably better than you.
Maybe. We'll figure that out.
Okay, well, it's a good start. Your friends think you're a dumbass, and you got a girl that's not calling you back.
That's one way to put it.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you tell us what happened?
I went to dinner with this girl, Carla, and as far as I could tell, everything was going really well. No awkward pause, no weird story or some weird moment of like, oh, what do I talk about next?
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, this is easy. This is simple. I feel like we're just talking away, no big problem.
Easy and simple. That's what I've always looked for in dates. Always.
Isn't that what you are in a date?
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah. So everything felt good with her, but your email said after you talked to your friends, now you're feeling different.
Yeah, because I was talking to one of my best friends about it later, and the only thing that came up was at one point, we were showing each other pictures and talking about hobbies, and she showed me a picture and said something along the lines of like, hey, asked her, hey, are you a swimmer? Because you have really broad shoulders.
Whoa.
So then after I told him that, he kind of stopped me and was like, wait, really? That's what you said? And for me, yeah, dude, that's probably why. That could be really rude.
It could be taken the wrong
Yeah.
way. I mean, I could see that. I think it's a great compliment. You know?
At the time, that didn't seem like offensive or rude to me, so just genuinely curious.
Yeah, but what if she has that's like her most self-conscious thing about her body is how broad her shoulders are. Or what if she's like walking down the street and she gets mistaken for a man every once in a while? Like it could be a sensitive subject.
Yeah, looking back, and now that you say it like that, I didn't think of it that way, so.
But what was her reaction to it?
I mean, she kind of paused and kind of looked at me funny for a second. And then I was like, no, that's a good thing. You have shoulders like an Olympian.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what'd she do after that? Was she like, oh, sweet, thanks, okay.
Yeah, we just kind of picked up conversation from there. But yeah, just kind of like, oh, okay, thanks. And kept moving on from there. And throughout the rest of the day, everything felt fine except maybe that one moment. But when we got to the end, it's like time to leave. And she just straight up left.
Whoa.
There was no like formal hug or kiss or anything like that. It was just kind of like a bye.
Well, she didn't want to hug you with her broad shoulders and just crush you.
So did you at least like walk her to her car?
Not really, because as soon as we left the restaurant, go to walk her to her car, but she's already turned and started almost looking like she's like speed walking, jogging off to her car. So like, without barely even saying goodbye, heads off to her car, and then I'm kind of left standing there awkwardly like, well, wait a minute, do I like walk you to your car? Do I chase after you? Is that weird?
Yeah.
Don't ever choose chase after her as the answer to
Yeah,
that.
I didn't chase after her because then it's like, if she starts sprinting and then it looks really weird, it's like if I'm chasing you to your car,
Yeah.
sprinting off or starts screaming.
If she has pepper spray, it gets even worse if she has some pepper spray. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that would just be the best part of it if there wasn't pepper spray.
Well,
Okay, so after that experience, have you talked to her at all after that?
No, I mean like I've tried to do the nice, polite follow-ups of like texting or shoot her a call and say, hey, let's do this again, or try and figure out what's going on, but no returns. And I realize this probably doesn't sound as dramatic or crazy as other second dates, but I mean, apart from my awkward broad shoulder comment, I thought everything went really well. So I'm just genuinely trying to figure out what's going on.
yeah, because she was definitely avoiding any chance at like a goodnight kiss with you.
Yeah, and I mean, like, nothing up to that point was saying, oh, this is going to end in flames.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it did.
Well,
So,
Well, it ended in a sprint, but yeah.
yeah, and not in flames and her running away from you. We'll try to figure out what went wrong, and was it your comment about her husky build that ruined things for you?
Oh, I hope not.
All right, we'll play a song, come back, and then get your second date update, okay?
Thanks.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Trevor is on the phone, and he's not getting a call back from Carla. They went out for dinner. He thought they had a lovely time until he was describing the date to his friend, and his friend picked up on something that Trevor said, and he was like, that was probably offensive. Trevor was trying to compliment his date, and he said, hey, you have huge shoulders, sort of like a Russian powerlifter at the Olympics. Like
not what he
big,
said.
burly, huge shoulders. Like I could strap a yoke to your neck, and you could probably plow a field. You're like an ox.
Oh my gosh.
I think, is that the exact quote, Trevor, or did I embellish?
That is not even close, but we can say you embellish.
Okay.
There you see?
However, I will say that even though that's not exactly what you said, that may have been what she heard.
Fair enough. Yeah.
What did you actually?
I actually asked, hey, are you a swimmer? Because you have really broad shoulders.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But all the other stuff was implied.
We went from swimming to powerlifting. Sure, that was completely implied.
To an ox plowing a field. That's what I think she picked up on.
Crazy convo.
Anyway, Trevor has not been getting a call back from her, and he thinks that maybe it was that comment that did him in.
And for the record, Trevor, I think that wasn't a great comment, but I think that there's something worse that you did that you're not realizing if she was literally running to her car at the end of the date.
I didn't say she was running. I just said it developed into a light jog.
Oh, better.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Didn't have time to run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out what happened, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Carla, please?
Yeah, this is her.
Hey, Carla, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Sorry, what did you say?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning? It's a radio show?
I didn't understand a word you just said.
My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh, okay.
And we recently got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's you, Carla.
Why?
that's a good question. Well, because you recently went out on a date with him, and we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not talking to them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. His name is Trevor.
He emailed you to call me.
Correct, because he says that you won't return any of his text messages or phone calls.
Oh, my God. You're laughing?
Okay.
Why? Why would he? Like, I didn't respond. I think that should be a hint enough.
Yeah,
I know, he's-
usually it should be. You're right, but we do this a lot on our show, and some people just want an answer, So he just wants to know why you're laughing and why you think this is so funny, basically.
Did he tell you about, like, what all happened?
On your date?
Yeah.
Well, he told us a little bit about your date. He said there was a moment where he felt like he might have offended you.
Like, how did he say he offended me?
He said that you guys were talking at one point, and he commented on your shoulders and said they were very broad, and you looked like you were an Olympian or something like that.
I mean, yeah, that was kind of weird.
You don't sound offended, though.
No, I mean, I used to swim. I swam in college. Like, I know I have broad shoulders.
Oh, so he's actually spot on.
Wow.
It was like an accurate observation.
Yeah, but it's kind of a weird just thing to point out on a date, especially on a first date,
Yeah.
It's not usually the compliment women are looking for.
No, usually almost anything but that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the eyes, the hair, all kinds of things to choose from rather than focusing on how big your shoulders are.
It's not even just like how big my shoulders are. It's that they're Olympic sized.
But you could understand that he was nervous and he didn't mean any harm by it.
I get that. I really just wanted to move on after that comment.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fair.
understandable. Get past it.
What else did he tell you about our date?
He told us that was like the main thing. He did say at the end of it, you kind of like ran to your car.
No, he said a light jog.
Yeah, he said. I'm sorry.
you-
He said that you walked outside. You didn't really say goodbye to him. No hug, no handshake, no nothing, and you kind of went from a fast walk to a light jog to your car.
I absolutely did. I could get the vibes that he thought it was going a lot better than I liked, and so I didn't want to have to turn him down if he went in for a kiss or a hug or anything like that.
I knew it.
So I just turned and walked away.
I just got to get out of here because I don't want to have the awkward situation of telling him no.
And I'm guessing it wasn't just the broad shoulders comment that made you go to a light jog to your car.
No, it wasn't. It was, oh my God. So we're sitting, we're chatting, dinner. He's kind of a weird dude.
Okay.
And then, so we start talking about our pets. I have a cat. And I pulled out a couple photos. I've shown up the cat's real cute. And he starts pulling out his phone and showing me pictures of his bird, his parakeet.
Oh.
Okay.
And it's a lot of them.
Okay.
All right, so he loves this little parakeet.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's not just love. It's more like an obsession.
Okay.
How,
All
like,
right.
was it like
Really?
every photo on his phone was his parakeet?
Almost every photo.
Really?
All right.
Wow.
That could just mean that he's lonely too.
Sure. He likes animals, right?
Well, he's got all these photos, and the bird has an Instagram page,
What?
and he's got a Facebook page.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah,
No way.
Wow. Okay. So
it's a lot.
he
Really?
loves this bird so much that you didn't feel like you wanted to get to know him anymore.
I just felt like you probably don't have any time for anything else in your life.
Whoa, hey, okay, I take offense to that.
Oh.
Wait, what is going on?
Oh, that's Trevor. I forgot to tell you that, Carla. He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hello.
Oh my God.
First of all, his name is Steven Squawking, and he's pretty popular on Instagram and Facebook, but that's beside the point.
Really?
I just brought up Steven because I thought you were interested. I like you. I was sharing that with you because I wanted to share part of my life with you. I didn't think you would knock me down and literally run away.
First of all, I didn't run. I just walked away quickly. And your obsession with your bird is a bit much.
Well, my obsession could actually get us rich if he gets enough followers. So
How many followers does Steven have?
he has 1,000 followers on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Whoa, all right. So you're building a business with your bird, Steven Squawking.
That is exactly right. He is my best friend and my business partner.
Carla, it's kind of cute in a way, right? He just loves his pet.
A couple pictures is cute, but he took the parakeet and got professional glamour shots.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, he took the parakeet to a studio. They had someone light it, put it in outfits, and take photos and edit and tone them
Okay.
of a parakeet.
What is wrong with that? I care about him. He's my pet. I love Steven. I love him, and I can take whatever pictures I want of him.
You know what, Trevor? I really think you need to get a life. I mean, you seem like a nice guy, but you're going a little overboard with this.
Get a life? I have a life. Steven Squawking is my life.
This is so awkward. It's amazing.
And you guys, that's why I didn't call him back.
That makes a little bit more sense
All right.
after that lesson.
Well, Carla, I'm hoping I can change your mind because I would like you to go out on a second date with Trevor. Will you go out with Trevor one more time? We will pay for it.
Are you kidding me? I just told you he took glamour shots of his parakeet. I'm not going out with him again.
Huh.
That's fine. I don't even want to go on a date with a bird hater.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So,
Well.
so we're both in agreement then. You guys don't want to go out with each other.
No way.
Got it.
Okay.
That's so much hate over
Well,
a bird.
Yeah, I mean, poor Steven in this deal. I wish we could talk to him and get his side of the story, but we can't. I don't think he can talk to us about it.
He's not available for interviews right now, but if you check his Instagram, he's going on tour soon.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I'll be sure to DM Steven Squawking and see if I can set it up.
Thank you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, that's really sad. His bird has more social media followers than I do. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, this dude Trevor wanted to call Carla. He couldn't figure out why she wasn't calling him back. We got her on the phone, and it turns out that she was kind of unattracted to him because he's super obsessed with his bird and his bird's Instagram account.
Well,
man.
Steven Squawking is a Insta celebrity, is what it sounds like to me.
The name alone is amazing. Right?
It's a great name. It really is. I haven't pulled up the account or anything else yet, but to check it out. But I'm sure I will be doing that later for like hours.
Yeah.
And shout out to everybody else on the text message board at 78592 just shouting out their pets' Instagrams,
Yeah.
trying to get us to say it on the air. Like this one says, I have an Instagram for my dog, and his is at Dodger the Boxer. So check that one out.
Aw.
They're always disappointing to me, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really?
you want these dogs to, like, there's like 3 dogs that are worthy of Instagram accounts. Other
Yeah.
than that, I mean, they're sleeping man and fetching balls.
Well, it is
Yeah.
cool though. Like crazy cat ladies now have something to do more than just sitting around with their cats, right? It's
Yeah.
like the same
And,
thing.
and
with the
I have a
bird.
dog, and he has an Instagram account, but he's kind of boring.
Yeah.
It's like I got him for one specific reason, and that was for Instagram. And he's really not helping me out at all. So if anybody wants to text in 78592, you can have the dog. And if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.